Another day in paradise, right, Padma? Just another day in Florida. Say hello, Padma. You're always my opener for the show. Hello out there. You can't see who popped up. I know two people did, but I don't know who. How's everybody doing tonight? Oh, some strange number. Don't even know if that's a real person, but hey there. I don't know how we come up with these usernames, because you know we can't change them. I hope everyone's having a great Monday. I am bone tired. And I know I look it. It has been a long day for me. So much to do this week. So much that I got done today. I've been running on a little bit of sleep. If anyone's from Tag Tribes is out there, holla at me, please. Be nice to know some of my tribe people are out there. Well, it's my Manifest Monday. I usually do these on a podcast. Today's just been so busy, and I know I should be scoping every day. So I decided I would do it here today with you guys. And I got to tell you, last week, it's been rough. Past 5 days, I have been under attack, coming from every which way. When I didn't think that it could get any heavier. Hey, Amy, good to see you again. It's always great to see familiar faces. You know, when you're like less than 10 scopes in, you're still a little nervous about who's going to come out. Oh, so good to see you. Thank you for joining again. And the support means so much. And, you know, I was not going to scope. I really was not. I was ready to... Definitely. Got to keep going. And there is a lot I want to say. And sometimes I'm not sure about saying it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really enjoying everyone else's scopes. I mean, it's been wonderful to see what everyone's doing and sharing the love. So it's always a beautiful thing. But this past week has been rough for me. I've been under attack in one of the worst ways, and it brought back a lot of things for me. It triggered a lot of things. I've been sharing my story over the past, thank you for the hearts. I've been sharing my story over the past couple of scopes, and just really being transparent about what I've gone through. And some things happened in the past week that brought up a lot of that. It brought up a lot of fear. It triggered fear. And my work, I'm working with a nonprofit organization, very part-time, and we work with women who have gone through abuse and trauma, and they've been homeless, and they're just dealing with a lot of stuff. So it's very heavy. Emotionally, it's very heavy, and you're dealing with that, and you've got your own stuff at the same time. And so I'm starting to feel a lot of those old feelings that I was sharing with you guys yesterday. That stuff that's just is so icky, and I don't want to walk around with it, especially fear. And so I also felt it bringing on some stress. I was watching a scope today, Dr. Christina, I wish I could remember the rest of her name, but she's in Tag Tribes, and she was talking about stress and the effects it has on your body. And I know this. I knew all of that because when I was first going through all of my trauma, I wasn't eating, and I wasn't taking really good care of myself. I lost so much weight so quickly because I could not and would not eat. And I had to learn how to give my body what it needed at a time of high stress. And a lot of times when we're going through trauma, we tend to not eat. We tend to not drink and take in liquids or fluids. We tend not to get a lot of sleep. And we don't realize that stress is causing harm to our bodies. And over time, chronic stress can cause disease and all sorts of things. She was talking a lot about that, the constipation and the anxiety and all of these things. So they start to affect our body. And I said, I've come too far to go back to that. And I'm familiar with the triggers. I understand what they are that will cause me to have a lot of those feelings, but I know what to do. And so I started juicing and making what I call smoothers. I did that for myself. I wanted to give my body what it needed at a time when I knew that I was going through a lot. And I would just juice a lot of my root vegetables. And then I would take that juice from like the spinach and the kale or the beets or carrots and things like that. And then I would add that liquid to the blender and add my fruits with it. And I called it my smoother. It's like, smoothie and juicing. So I started giving my body what it needs. And I realized that, this is an ongoing thing. And I was saying this to you guys yesterday about the decisions and making the decisions every day, right? To be healed and be, hi there, thank you for joining. I see Jax at the end of your name, so I'm wondering if you're from Jacksonville, which is not too far from where I'm at. And so I started, realizing that this is an ongoing thing. I've got to make that decision as well to take care of my body, because there will be triggers and life will happen and things will come. Hey, all right. I'm about an hour or so south of you. So great. Thank you for joining. And so these sorts of things start to affect our bodies. And, I got up this morning and I was just like, I am not going to do this. I have come too far to let the life just throw me off course. And yes, it's a lot to bear, but I've got something to do. I've got a mission. I've got a purpose, and God has put me here for something. So I've got to stay healthy and I've got to stay strong. So the other part of the whole decision to every day that you're going to be healing, a part of that decision is, how are you going to be healing? How are you going to be taking care of yourself while you're healing? And you can't just walk through life and let life happen to you. So I said, let me start my juicing. I've got to start taking my vitamins, drinking my water. And listen, I'm a coffee drinker. I'm a coffee addict. If you've read my profile, I've got that there. I'm a Starbucks addict. But my stomach started to tell me, no, it doesn't want the acidity. And so that's when I knew I had to drink more. So listen to your body. And especially when you're going through stress, if you've gone through some trauma, if you're going through a lot of stress right now, listen and pay attention to your body, especially when you're on lack of sleep. I've been having some trouble sleeping, but I know what I need to do. And this is why making the decision, this is why you have to know what you're going to do. And when you know what you're going to do, you're empowered, okay? Even when life throws stuff at you, okay? And I've got too much to do this week. So let me just tell you what's on my plate this week. So today was a heavy day. It really was emotionally heavy. Like I said, dealing with a lot of the things from my job, my nonprofit work. And then I've got my own stuff. I'm preparing for my first retreat in September, my first healing retreat for women who've gone through abuse and trauma. It's nerve-wracking, and there's a lot at stake here. And I'm excited, but I'm anxious. So it's all of that going on. Tomorrow morning, I've got my first roundtable. I created the Forgotten Women of the county where I live. And, we come together, we're coming together for a roundtable discussion with victims advocate and people in the mental health industry and people from the legal industry, social services, homelessness, the church. We're trying to bring as many people together. We weren't able to get anybody from the judicial system. Yes, it's very fulfilling work. It really is. I love doing that and bringing everybody from the nonprofit industry together and saying, what can we do to help victims of domestic abuse, and looking at all the byproducts of it, homelessness and mental health and, all these other things. So tomorrow, that's a big thing. First thing in the morning, bringing these folks together, there's a lot to be discussed there. Then tomorrow night, I'm going to be a guest speaker on a panel called Restore Your Crown and Reclaim Your Position. And I'm going to be with 5 other fabulous women, authors, speakers. These are women that have all their faiths have been tested as well, and we're all going to be coming, sharing our stories, talking about trauma, and helping other women that have gone through similar journeys to restore their crown, and walk in their power. So it looks like Periscope is acting up again. I love it. I just absolutely love it. Do you see? I'm freezing. Do you see my frozen face? Because my face is totally frozen on Periscope right now. I don't know if you guys are seeing what I'm seeing, but tell me if my face is frozen. If it's not frozen to you, I'll keep talking, because I'm looking at a really weird face. Someone tell me something. Oh my gosh. All right.